Hello and welcome back to the reading of The Puzzle, A Gift from Spirit with Kelly Allen. And in this episode, I'll be reading two chapters once again. And the first chapter I'll be reading is Attitude of Gratitude. And the second chapter is titled Called to Remember. And as always, I'm going to dive right in with some quotes and then I'll get to the reading of the first chapter. Appreciation is a wonderful thing. It makes what is excellent in others belong to us as well. Voltaire. As each day comes to us refreshed and anew, so does my gratitude renew itself daily. The breaking of the sun over the horizon is my grateful heart dawning upon a blessed world. Terry Guillemets. Gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. It turns what we have into enough and more. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos to order, confusion to clarity. It can turn a meal into a feast, a house into a home, and a stranger into a friend. Gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. Melody Beattie. Attitude of Gratitude. Want to see the universe begin to bring the people, circumstances, and things you need into alignment for you? The fastest way to do this is to possess an attitude of gratitude. Each day when you wake, take a mental checklist of all the things that you're grateful for. Don't focus on the things that you don't have, just take note of what you have and are thankful for. If it's a partner or spouse, a child or children, family, a friend or friends, a roof over your head, a beautiful view, a favorite book, a keepsake from a loved one, a memoir from a trip, or anything else that makes your heart smile, think of these things and feel the gratitude you have for them. By sending out a vibration that resonates of being blessed, you'll draw to yourself, through the law of attraction, additional blessings. Once you have mastered the practice of gratitude for what you already have, start feeling gratitude for what you will have. This vibration resonates on the same frequency, it's all gratitude, and will draw to you the things you previously had only wished for. Now you can use your imagination to see, smell, hear, and feel the things you desire, and set your frequency to open the floodgate of blessings. Don't worry, your higher self won't allow anything to come to you that isn't for your ultimate good and to bring you joy. After all, that's what we're on this planet to do, to reconnect with spirit, learn, grow and evolve, and all while experiencing pure joy. If you've never read any of the books on the law of attraction, I recommend you do so. Let your motive not be for the obtainment of material possessions. Let it be to better learn to attract and draw to yourself the things material and non-material that will help you on your path of self-discovery. These will bless you and bless through you as you are serving and helping others and living in truth, brotherhood, understanding, compassion, and most importantly, love. And now a couple quotes before I move on to the next chapter. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee. Jeremiah 1:5, the Bible. Because of the screen of Maya, illusion, that shuts off God from human view, one cannot see Him playing in one's heart. After installing the deity on the lotus of your heart, you must keep the lamp of remembering God ever burning. While engaged in the affairs of the world, you should constantly turn your gaze inward and see whether the lamp is burning or not. Sri Ramakrishna. Called to Remember. When I was very young, perhaps 5 or 6 years old, I recall an experience I had that I would find myself reflecting upon throughout my life, especially in times of tribulation and distress. This memory, which spends most of its existence in the far recesses of my mind, has surfaced to provide comfort and relief to my spirit without fail. It's only recently that I've come to better understand this early gift from Spirit and its meaning to me. Before I elaborate on the understanding of the experience, I've come to realize, let me first share the experience. In our household, there were 7 children, my mother and father, and usually one grandchild, all living together. So 9 or more people. High drama and high emotions were a normal part of the typically stress-filled day. In looking back, I now recognize how much I was impacted emotionally by the chaos that would erupt without warning at any given moment in time. Severe stomach aches were a normal and almost daily occurrence throughout my early childhood. One summer afternoon, a party was taking place at my parents' house. Of course, most of the family was present, along with my family, friends, and relatives. Everyone had made their way outside onto the front porch. Although traffic was heavy with people coming and going in and out of the house, for the most part, everyone was congregating outside. I found myself enjoying an almost invisibility while sitting on the living room sofa. I was recovering from one of my severe stomach aches, undoubtedly brought on by the anticipation of a fight that would inevitably break out at the party taking place. While I continued to pray for relief from my now subsiding stomach cramps, I recall feeling an overwhelming sense of depression and anxiety. This was nothing new, and an emotion that I struggled with throughout my childhood. I closed my eyes and my prayers became intensified. What happened next is something that I know I will not do justice to describe with words, but I'll do my best. As I sat with my eyes closed and focused my attention to a very limited understanding of God, I felt myself begin to drift. As I drifted, I felt lighter than I could remember ever feeling in my few years of memory. I could feel my being as if it were floating away from my body and traveling through space and time, but without a sense of identification with either. I remember floating over a pasture of green grass that possessed colors so true I could actually hear music as if the tone of the grass blades resonated and sang in harmonious synchronicity. As I traveled over the pasture, I recognized the harmony contributed by the clouds, the sky, the trees, and every living organism became alive in my awareness as they joined in the chorus. I came to the edge of a cliff where I was greeted by a voice. The voice was not audible, but I was filled with an understanding as it acknowledged me with a vibrational embrace that enveloped me in joyous love. I was encouraged to lie down and rest while I enjoyed my visit. While I lay on my side on the edge of the cliff, I looked out onto the meadows below that were filled with flowers of every size, shape, and color. I can't say how long I was there enjoying this incredible peace. I felt like I was only there for a moment, but in that moment, I was in eternity and time ceased to exist. That is until the same voice which bid me to stay now let me know that it was time to return to the world from which I came. I was given the reassurance that I was, am, and always will be connected to this place, and my heart seemed to understand that the veil must drop once again, and I must return to experiencing, learning, and growing. Moving through life, I've often returned to the memory of this experience, and each time I find in my spirit a reassurance and a peace, the peace of God which passeth all physical understanding, as the book of Philippians in the Bible states. I've come to learn that Spirit is always with me. It always is me. As a child, I needed a reminder, and one powerful enough to carry me on my journey back to God. I know now how amazing and how powerful a gift I was given at such an early age. I also recognize that I had chosen a path in life that would present tremendous challenges. However, I've never really faced them alone. When I finally come to my last day on earth and I breathe my last physical breath, I'll exhale knowing I'm being called back to reunite with the same Spirit I was reunited with in my call to remember as a child. The same Spirit that visited me in the church I was destined to leave, and the same Spirit that visited me with the gift of the puzzle. Thanks again so much for checking back and listening to more of my reading of The Puzzle, A Gift from Spirit. And I keep forgetting to mention, please don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell so that you can be notified each time I upload a new recording. And I hope you are continuing to enjoy the reading of this material, and I thank you so much for your interest.